We've discussed you've got the fact that you've got an idea for a new project. Now you're researching your concept, you're researching your site, and everything that goes with those two important things. Obviously, there's an enormous amount of work in terms of research, and we can delve into that at a later stage. But we'll summarize the steps we take. You know, our experience in what we've done, because we've done this before.
Yeah, we've opened a lot of places. Yeah.
Yeah, various different places. So the second kind of area that we would be looking at is what?
Well, I'd say making sure that you are compliant, looking into all the regulations, and to be confident that the premises you found can be converted into your idea.
Yeah.
So making sure extraction system can be put in place.
Yeah.
Noise control. If everything you want to do, it will. It can happen basically.
I actually have a really good example of this years ago when we were looking at opening a site. I think it was a cocktail bar in Shoreditch, and we found a site.
Nola?
Yes, it's exactly. So when we were looking for actually it was after Nola. Sorry, and we were looking for a site in Shoreditch. Found this beautiful space in Oxton Square. It was perfect. You know, it looked beautiful. It had everything we needed. We were talking with the investment was sorted. We had our concept. Everything was ready. We were talking with the estate agent. He showed us a site. I think we had some figures already, P&L figures from the previous owners. Everything was looking good. We were hoping to find a few more bits out from the estate agent.
Yep.
And he kept saying, no, he'll send it later. I can't remember exactly what it is we wanted to know, but it was obviously, it was important, but we thought, you know, it's a small thing. I think it was to do with the licensing, that's right. We needed to make sure that the premises had the right license, because there was a bar there before. It was a restaurant as well. And we were open to the idea of having a restaurant that served cocktails to get around the whole serving alcohol business, which is fine. But literally a few days before we wanted to actually move in there and hand over deposits, the estate agent came back to us and said that this premises has no alcohol license at all. So after, you know, we'd spent weeks and months, we'd instructed solicitors, we'd spent money on that already, and then it turns out that this specific site could only be used as a training kitchen.
Okay.
So it turns out the previous owners were running it illegally, and then sold it. Obviously not to us, and hopefully not to anybody else, but
which is very important to look into all the compliances, and then making sure all your licenses are in type. Even though if you wouldn't have a license in these days, you would probably need to go and get a personal license, get a course, it's a day course, and then apply for one. Everything is achievable. We've opened up places where I had no alcohol license, but we've added the alcohol license and done it in the past.
Absolutely.
Which is also a process, and people need to know that's part of the process to open a place. You need to make sure, but again, it's also a risk factor, because if you haven't got the license right in place beforehand, then if you apply for one, you can always be refused for a specific concept you're looking for.
Which is why we needed to make sure that we have it before we took on that site.
So I'd say it's an important aspect.
So we learned expensive, valuable lesson there, because we'd obviously spent money on solicitors, but luckily, you know, it's only the initial stages.
Not too big.
So learned a good lesson there, and after that we always made sure we had all the I's dotted and the T's crossed
Yeah.
before we got anything done.